All right, guys, let's get some NCAA basketball picks and props for Sunday, March 31st, slated games. Happy Easter, everybody. Now, Trey, let's get into the leaderboard. Have you start us off.
Yeah, guys, I went 0-1 yesterday. Very frustrating and kind of broke my heart. I gave out Illinois plus 8.5 versus UConn. They ended up losing by 25 points. Maybe I shouldn't go with my heart anymore because my brain was kind of knowing that UConn was going to roll.
I mean, it was 23-23, and then UConn just went on the best stretch of basketball I think any of us has ever seen. 30-0 run. Kind of crazy there. But yeah, UConn's a wagon. I gave out Alabama, the Tide, minus 3.5 going up against Clemson. Stevenson was great. Pringle was great. Mark Sears, incredible from three. This team, they just keep on finding ways to win. They did cover the spread here. They won the game, I think, by 8 or 9 points. So shout out Alabama for the 1-0 day. Trey, let's go to the player props. How you start us off?
Yeah, I went 0-1 here as well. I gave out Terrence Shannon over 22.5 points versus UConn. Shannon only scored 8. For some reason, Shannon just wanted to stand in the corner. The only time he was aggressive, he was whenever he had the ball in transition. And half-court offense, he just did not look like he was going to get the ball. So very frustrating.
Yeah, I don't know in one day as well. Aaron Estrada over 13.5 points against Clemson. I think he finished with 11 after that fast break dunk to end the game, but really wasn't that close. He had 5 points with like 3 minutes left in the game, hit a couple free throws, hit a dunk at the end. So wasn't a very good pick by me. 0-1 day there. Trey, let's try to be better on that side. Let's start for the game picks, though. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to take us over to this Tennessee going up against Purdue game, and it's going to be a very entertaining game to watch. I believe that both teams believe that they have a shot to win the national championship, and these two teams, they actually already played once this year, and that game was a neutral site game as well, and Purdue, they won that game by 4 points. So I believe this game's going to be competitive as well, but I'm going to be focusing on a team total here in this game. I'm going to go over to the team props. I'm going to go with Purdue to go over their 75.5 team total in this game. I want to take Purdue on the spread, but I'm always still wary of Purdue blowing games late. But through the first 3 rounds, we've seen this Purdue offense be playing elite level because they're averaging 88 points per game so far in the tournament and has hit over this team total number in all 3 of those games. But the reason why I believe Purdue can score a ton of points in this game is because of their perimeter shooting. Purdue, they check in this game as the second best perimeter shooting team in the nation, because as a team, they shoot 41% from behind the arc. In Tennessee, they allow a ton of perimeter shots. In fact, they are in the bottom 50 in college basketball in defending the perimeter. So if Purdue can put up a ton of shots behind the perimeter in this game, there's a good chance that they're going to make a handful of them. And with Edey being able to just show up and do what he usually does, they should be able to pour on the points here in this game. So giving Purdue, I'm going to take them to score over their 75.5 team total versus Tennessee.
Yeah, Trey, I like to play there for you. For my play today, we're going to be looking at the other Elite Eight game. It's going to be NC State going up against the Blue Devils. This is a tough spot for me because I do think Duke is a better overall team, but I hate Duke. I feel like I'm probably in the majority of the country of teams that we don't want to win. Duke would be pretty high on that list. NC State, on the other hand, everybody wants to see them win. And I did this with Clemson in the game against Marquette. I took them with the points out of respect for how they've been playing in the tournament. If you're going to give me nearly double-digit points with a team who's proven they deserve to be here, I'm going to take it every time. So I'm taking NC State here plus 7.5. NC State's magical run. It all started with a Virginia missed free throw and a miracle throw-up 3 that banked in to go into overtime in the ACC tournament. They turned that game into a magical Elite Eight run. We have maybe the most electric player to watch, bully balling his way around the floor in DJ Burns. We also have a very good, talented guard in DJ Horn on the outside. NC State has been getting it done with their defense and the ability to make their open shots. And I think they can give Duke a run for their money. Duke's also had kind of a fluke run, you could say, in the tournament. They beat Vermont, double-digit seed. Then they beat JMU, another double-digit seed. Then they got Houston, a team who's not great offensively. They also lost their best player in the first half. Now the luck continues for the Blue Devils, another double-digit seed in NC State. We can't really penalize them for playing. It's the bracket. That's how it just turns out. But I do think NC State has had a tougher path, and if I've learned anything from this tournament, the ACC is better than I thought. Give me NC State here, plus 7.5 as the play. Trey, let's go to the player props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go with Dalton Knecht here to go over 21.5 points going up against Purdue. I really love this over for Knecht in this game. I expect we're going to see him take a ton of shots in here, and that is what I like in my overs. And I know I just said I expect Purdue to score a ton of points, but Tennessee, they should be matching them throughout this game, and their points have to come from somewhere. And basically, it's been Knecht every game this year. And over his last 5 games, he's been putting Tennessee on his back, averaging 24.2 points per game, which is over this number. And whenever we look at his volume during March Madness, it just gives me a ton of confidence as well, because in Knecht's 3 tournament games, he's averaging 18 shots per game and 7 free throws as well. And that's just a ton of opportunities for points. And whenever we look at how Knecht played against Purdue in their neutral game already this year, he only scored 16 points in that game. So I expect him to want to come in this game and get some revenge and set the tone early for the Volunteers. So give me Dalton Knecht. I'm going to take him to go over 21.5 points versus Purdue.
Yeah, sure. I love that play. Dalton Knecht, one of my favorite players. For my play today, we're going to be looking at DJ Burns, the quarter ton of fun, the stallion, the vending machine, they call him. Trey, we're going to have to go to the classroom really quick, break this down, a science lesson or a physics lesson for the people of this channel. We learned a lot from Newton's laws, and the second law, it states F equals ma, or net force is equal to mass times acceleration. DJ Burns has the mass. DJ Burns can also accelerate at high speeds. He's got junk in the trunk tray. He can throw around those hips. He can back down anybody in the country. So if we add all those things up, the net force needed to score on Kyle Filipowski is as followed. I'm going to use pencils because Kyle Filipowski is kind of pencil body. No disrespect. I'm shaped like a bowling ball. No disrespect to anybody. But using pencils, it takes about 20 pounds of force to break one pencil. A standard number 2 pencil is 7.5 inches long. That means Kyle Filipowski, standing at 7 foot tall, is 84 inches long, which would be 11.2 pencils tall. We have to then take the 20 pounds of force times the 11.2 pencils to get the net force needed to score on Kyle Filipowski. That means we need a net force. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We need a net force of 224 pounds to score on the big man for the Blue Devils. DJ Burns on paper weighs 285. If you take a look at the picture, ladies and gentlemen, that's a 6'9" man. He's over 3 bills. The picture doesn't lie there. Give me DJ Burns over the points. The math adds up. The science adds up. This was bare in the classroom for everybody today. Give me DJ Burns over 13.5 points as the play. Trey, let's go to the graphic. Have you start us off.
I love that play because he's feeling disrespected about his weight. Did you see his interview for Rich Eisen?
I did not.
Rich Eisen dead ass asked him, so when did you start putting on all this weight? And DJ Burns looked at him and said, sir. And that's all he said, as in to say, you better stop disrespect.
I mean, you can't disrespect the guy. He's a college athlete. He's an insane athlete. He's running up and down the court. That's just saying 285 on paper. Come on. I mean, we've seen 300. He's 6'9" also. He's over 300. You have to agree, right?
Hey, yeah. Hey, I mean, I don't want to body shame anyone, but yeah,
exactly.
He's definitely over 300.
No shame over here. No shame over here.
But for my place today, I'm going to be going with Purdue over 75.5 team total versus Tennessee. I expect them to be able to reach 80-plus points here. They've been able to do that every game in the March Madness tournament, so this one should not be any different. Also going with Dalton Knecht over 21.5 points versus that Purdue team. I expect Dalton Knecht to take a lot of shots in this game and try to will Tennessee to a victory here, and I'm not so sure that'll happen, but I know that he'll score a ton of points in the process.
Yeah, and I'm doubling up on NC State. NC State plus 7.5 against Duke. And then the big guy, DJ Burns, over 13.5 points against Kyle Filipowski and the Blue Devils there. Guys, that's going to do it for the NCAA plays and props for Sunday, March 31st slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. Leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,